they would receive the highest quality health care as a statement of our commitment to them. That's our part of the contract. Instead, they encountered mediocrity at best. No one, inside or outside of government, can possibly accept that standard. For everyone who works at DC Veterans Medical Center, from the custodian to the cardiac surgeon, there must be one standard, and that's one of excellence. We'll settle for nothing less. With that, I call upon the distinguished ranking member, my friend, Mr. Meadows from North Carolina, for his statement.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to thank you for your leadership and truly for working in a bipartisan way to make sure that our veterans get the care that they deserve, the care that they were promised, and honestly, the care that is the least we could provide in a acknowledgement of the service that they provided. And I just want to say thank you. And to the gentlewoman from the District of Columbia, I want to just say that this is a bipartisan effort. You have my 100% commitment to work with you and the gentleman from Virginia, whose constituents are served by this. I have the blessing of having one of the best VA centers in the nation, the Charles George Center, where we actually get quality care, and we don't deal with some of the issues that have just been outlined by the gentleman from Virginia. It shouldn't take an investigative team from News 4 to help us fix the problems. Actually, that investigative team is no stranger to this committee. They've done work before. They've done excellent work. And yet, to see the kind of tale that was demonstrated just a few minutes ago on video is not only shocking, but it's truly not going to be tolerated. And so with that, I know that we've got a new team, and many of these things were systemic problems that have happened before your watch. I get that, and yet we have to make sure that the inefficiencies and the deficiencies are eliminated on your watch, and that, as the gentleman was talking about, that they never happen again. I think probably the biggest frustration for us is to have an IG that is doing his work, that has to give, as the gentleman mentioned, an interim report because it is so unbelievably poor in terms of quality of service. Our veterans deserve better. And I just want all three of you to hear, and anybody that's watching, to understand that the commitment is not a 90% commitment. It is a 100% commitment to get it right for our veterans. And I think, Mr. Chairman, it'd probably be appropriate that in the next 60 days or so, that the three of us make a visit back to this facility to really look at the report card and where we are and have that. With that being said, I also want to acknowledge many times medical facilities are a very chaotic place. It seems like there was a little bit more, in fact, a lot more chaos at this facility than there should have been. And yet we have veterans. Director Himmel, I believe you were a veteran of, 30 years. And I want to thank you for your service, because many times the VA, they have actually veterans that are serving veterans. And yet we need to make sure that there's the urgency and the quality of care that they deserve.